Just off the freeway at Murdoch on the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria is Chirping Bird Vineyard and Winery. Owners Rod and Mim Smallman established it in 1999 and produce an impressive range of quality wines. The grounds of the estate are immaculate, and as you wander you come across things you'd expect to find in a vineyard. Plus a weathered wooden boat. But this old-timer's just a hint of what lies inside the massive shed nearby. You see, Rod's well into a mammoth project that will hopefully see him in Osaka in mid-2018.
She's a Van der Stat Maria 45, so 13.8 metres long and 4.5 metres wide. We've been on it for nearly 7 years now, and she's been a labour of love, but was always going to be a labour of love. And it was only last year when I got a little bit crook that I changed my mind. I thought I'll finish this boat and take it to Osaka. They're a prolific boat worldwide, the Van der Stats, and they're a great sea boat. They're a really great sea boat. This one here is modified off the Samoa. The Samoa's a metre longer than this, and this is a deck saloon, so plenty of comfort.
For Rod, it's been a very steep learning curve. He'd never built a boat before and has done most of the work himself.
I have help from a couple of boat builders, and so my apprenticeship into boat building has been amazing. But everything here has been a learning curve. And I remember sitting down and looking at all these plans, and when I found out there was no instruction manual, and I cried, okay, how am I going to do this? And I went and visited my uncle, and he got one of these plans and he said, build a model of it. So I built a model, plans, and the rest is here.
To describe every step of construction so far is a tough job, but Rod listed a few of the key things he recalled from the past 7 years of work. Firstly, build the MDF moulds to plank over. Plank the boat in Western red cedar using epoxy glue. The idea here is to make the glue strong enough to hold the planks, but not too strong that it fares differently to the timber. Then, fair the core. Skin the outside of the boat. Fill and fair the surface, and then lay on the undercoat. All fairing on this project has been done by hand, with no machine tools used. Next, skin the inside. Core out the keel area and replace with a solid epoxy e-glass layer. Fabricate the keel and build structure. Install the main bulkheads. Then install tankage, rudder bearings, forepeak, and lastly, up to this point, position the motor. While the focus has been on construction of the hull on one side of the large shed, over on the other, more creative work has been a nice distraction.
So this is my saloon table. There's 3 woods here, actually 4 woods. There's bird's eye maple that I imported from America, plus the rock maple here. And then there's 2 Australian woods, which is jarrah, Kingley pine, and that's jarrah as well.
And there are various elements that will make up the wooden rimmed helm.
And I'll be really, really happy steering that in the middle of the Coral Sea, knowing that I've made it.
What seems like a never-ending list of tasks has yet to be tackled, and Rod always seems to have a number of things on the go.
Well, there's still a deck missing as well, so we're working on that here. This is the lay-up to the foredeck. The keel's being manufactured at the moment in Tyab. That's being laid up, and I'm accumulating the lead. Almost there with the lead. There's 5.5 tonne to go underneath there, correcting every mistake we're going to make. And the mast we haven't quite decided yet.
Rod's family have worked alongside him on many of the tasks, and one family member with an extra job for the 2018 event is son Tyson. He'll co-skipper the boat with Rod.
I've done a little bit of sailing in the past, and it'd be really cool thing to sail to Osaka. And I did my first offshore race a couple of weeks ago, sailed down to Apollo Bay. It was challenging, but it was really cool and exciting. So I'm picking up techniques as I go.
So Tyson has a big job ahead of him as well in preparing for the race, to make him a solid part of this new two-man team. Both father and son are determined to get to Osaka, and with the energy generated every day at Chirping Bird Winery, we're sure they'll make it.
Well, hopefully it was going to be October, but that's not going to be the case. If I can get the boat in the water this time next year, I'll be very, very happy, and that'll give us at least one summer of working the boat up and tuning and making changes, but it's going to be tight.